Living on the prairie. It was a bright and sunny morning. All was going well, no distractions. It was like I was in a fairy tale. I had this perfect little locked house. Wasn't much, but that's all I had. Life was going great. All seven of my children were happy, although we didn't have much. But me saying everything was all right was way too soon. I guess I knew something tragic was going to happen to me in a tragic way in my life, but never knew when. Me being a poor black country folk, you got to deal with whatever comes your way. You're crazy, they used to say, but I know Mama didn't raise no fool. She always taught me right. I want to do the same with my children. I know they're going to be something one day. A fireman, police officer, judge, billionaire, they all want to be. But everything changed that same day, but at a different time. No one knew that there was going to be a wildfire. No one ever knew. No one knew three of my children would die. Every time I think about that day, I would think to myself, should have gotten three children at a time instead of two. I cried every single day, but I knew I had to be strong for the four children that were left. It was hard for them too, but as my instincts continued to work, I knew happiness was soon to come. Sooner than I thought, to be exact, and all it took was a piece of paper and pen. Like I said, Mom didn't raise no fool, so I wrote and continued to do just that. My life was the inspiration, but didn't know it was going to be for others. Next thing you know, a white man from over yonder stopped by. I asked him, why would he stop by my house? He said, because I care about you. I felt weird and out of place when he said that. I guess it was because of the color I had on my body. Black was the color I had on me, and that's all I thought I was. So I said, come on in. We sat in a silence until he spotted my pen and paper with pages full of words. He asked, darling, do you mind if I take a look at this here? I said, not at all. So he read and he read every single one of my pages. He looked at me and said, now this here, I'm going to take and publish it. You and your children are going to be famous. I looked at him like my mama looked at me when she found out I stole her fine Sunday pearls. Crazy, to be exact. He said, now darling, I know you're confused, but you're an inspiration. You deserve a life worth living. Tears is what came out of me. Not a smile, not a laugh. Tears is what happened. But thank goodness they were happy tears. So that man said his goodbyes. Then he said, I'll be back. I promise. I believed him too. That's the first time I've ever heard a white man look me in the eye and say I care. I guess the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree nowadays. So I sat and waited for that white man to come. It took him a week, but he came. When he came, he had this big, bright smile on his face that me and my children never had. So he came in and sat and said, you're famous. I showed these pages to my bosses and they loved it. So they want to meet you and your children. That time around, I was happy. I had a bigger smile than the white man did. Most of my teeth were either crooked or gone, but I smiled. So I said, come on, children. Get on the back of them horses. A better life is yet to come. So we rode and we rode till we got to this mansion. I didn't even have to get off the horse to meet the man. He came at me super happy saying, you are going to be rich, he said. You're going to be richer than Maddie Lou Pearson. That's the white lady that got rich from writing one book. Then he started talking about how he was going to send it to the White House and how it was going to get me to say speeches at the Lincoln Memorial. I guess I never knew a woman like me could ever live a white woman type of life. But like they say, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. I guess I have to stay positive and strong for me and my children. From this day, June 8th, 1940, I am a beautiful, intelligent black woman. Ha! Guess the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree nowadays. For the rest of my life, I will remember the before and after life. Before I was the person I am today, I was a poor, non-confident black woman. After the fact, I am strong, and I believe in me and my children. Now we keep a smile on our faces every day. Although I lost 3 of my children, they will always be in my life forever. Don't cry because it's over.